Is that soup for Beth? Has she woken up?
Actually, it's for Mrs. Grant, who is also in the hospital.
And on whose orders are you doing this social service, if I may ask?
Mr. Dyson requested that I do so.
She said nothing as she smacked the soup and flowers out of his hand.
No matter what he tells you to do, no matter what he asks you to do, just keep this in mind. I will never let that woman re-enter James's life.
Mommy, you're back!
You guys missed me?
A lot. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling much better now that I'm home. Have you kids had lunch yet?
Fran's been taking good care of us.
But where is she? Wait, how long have you guys been alone?
We haven't been alone at all.
Someone shuffled out of the back room with slow, methodical steps.
Aunt Zelda! Oh, Aunt Zelda, it's so good to see you again.
You too, my dear. I missed you.
When did you get to Paris?
Oh, your kids have been keeping me updated through emails. When they told me how busy you've been lately, I knew I had to come by to see if I could help.
I appreciate that, Aunt Zelda, I really do. But I'm not exactly sure when we're gonna have more time to hang out together. My schedule is really packed at the moment, and...
Dear, you misunderstood. The reason I came here was so that I could help you. Do you think you'll be staying in this hotel for the majority of your stay in Paris?
Honestly, I hadn't given it much thought.
The next morning, Alice woke up rested and refreshed as she was greeted by her assistant Fran, who walked over with a warm cup of coffee.
Are you ready to go over the day's itinerary?
Actually, I have something more pressing on my mind. I've been putting a lot of thought into those rejected proposals courtesy of the Z Company, whatever the hell that is. And I've decided the best way to confront a bully is for us to become aggressive ourselves.
Need me to set a meeting?
No need. Let's get him on the phone right now.
Ooh, I like it. I have Miss Alice Grant for Zeke Williamson, please.
Hold one moment.
The oldest trick in the book of someone pretending that they have an assistant. This is childish, even for my 10-year-old kids.
Miss Grant, so wonderful to hear from you this early in the day. I trust you have a new draft of the proposal for me to look over?
I'm afraid not. You see, Mr. Williamson, I didn't need to go review the proposals. I have already done all of that, extensively. The only thing I needed to do was look into your company more. Tell me, how does it feel to be a shell corporation for Dyson's nanotech company?
She knows!
Are you actually a CEO, or are you only some lowly assistant who does whatever his boss demands of him, no matter how ridiculous the request may be?
Miss Grant, that is no way to speak to one of your peers.
Don't worry, you're not. I know it's you, Zeke. But would you be a dear and put James on the line? I would like to nip this in the bud.
She knows you're sitting right in this room. Has she planted some CCTVs here?
She's bluffing. She's been bluffing this whole time.
She wants to talk to you.
Give me the phone. Alice, please, I can explain.
You don't have to, James. You see, what you've done is what we in the professional business world call a big no-no. I hope you have a good lawyer ready if you choose to allow Z Company, or whatever you call it, to carry on with their acts of indecency.
You idiot!
Hey, is everything okay? I heard something breaking.
I can't talk with you right now, Willa. I need to talk to Alice. I need to deal with her.
You know, I just got back from the hospital where your daughter is currently resting. She woke up for a little bit, begging to talk to you.
Is she doing okay?
Yes, but...
Before she could say another word, James quickly rushed past her with a new phone that Zeke provided him.
Why do I care so much about this man, when all he cares about is that witch Alice? What the hell am I doing with my life?
Just give him some time, Willa. It will all work out soon.
When? It has been so many years.
I hope you know he needs you, whether he admits it or not.
All he wants is to talk to Alice, the woman who broke his heart, betrayed him. But me? The one who's been loyal to him, he's barely regards my existence. It's pathetic.
James wants to talk to Alice. Do you know why?
How would I know? All I know is that he tried to bring her soup and flowers when she was in the hospital, somehow at the same time as Beth.
That's not good.
That's how I feel too. I think he's getting too close. His heart could lead him astray yet again.
Don't you think you could say the same thing about yourself?
Excuse me?
James has so much going on his plate that he needs guidance from those closest to him. If you aren't able to provide that, then perhaps you aren't the strong partner that I thought you could be.
How dare you accuse me of being anything other than loyal to the man despite the callous way he treats me? How dare you?
You watch your tone with me, Willa. The only reason he allows you to come and go in his life is because I demand it. I could just as easily go the other way. Now I need to go handle whatever this situation is between James and Alice, the one you should have warned me about ages ago. Oh, I wish I could go inside Yesser's building. Thanks to the history our families share, this isn't possible. I have to be patient. It's only a matter of time before I see Alice either coming or going. Ah, finally. There she is. Alice! Alice! I need to talk with you.
Excuse me, can I help you?
Put your hand down. I need to speak to someone important.
That important someone is my boss. If you want to talk to her, you need to go through me first. And please, I encourage manners when you do so.
Your boss is my former daughter-in-law, and she is currently trying to destroy my son.
What's going on? Sonya? What are you doing here?
She says you're trying to destroy her son. Her adult son.
Sonya, I'm not sure what it is you're talking about, but would you like to grab a cup of coffee at the cafe? I'm sure we can talk it all out.
Do they have tea?
I'm sure they do. How about you sit there and I'll order us some drinks? Do you still drink Earl Grey?
You still remember. Good.
Sonia took her seat as Alice went to place their order. It was only a few minutes later that Alice returned, placing 2 to-go cups of coffee down in front of her.
Where's my tea?
You're not getting any. At least, not from me. How about you go up yourself and speak to a service worker directly for the first time in your life? I am sure that will be an enlightening experience for an elite like you.
Do you think this is some kind of joke?
Not at all, Sonya. In fact, I hope you think I'm being extremely serious with what I'm about to tell you.
Not before I tell you to stay away from James and his business.
Sonya, I am sorry to be the one to inform you how clueless you are, or at the very least, how clueless James allows you to be. You really don't have the slightest idea of what's going on. Because if you did, you would know that it is James that keeps coming into my life, not the other way around.
No one talks to me like this.
Well, there's always a first time. Maybe things would be better off for you if they did. You see, all I want to do is manage my business with Yasser Guard. What I don't want to do is waste time with you, or James, or anyone who has been working with your son to mess with my work.
I always thought you were a pushover.
I might have been, but now I push back. Now, it would be better if you order something. They don't allow freeloaders to sit here.
You stay away from my son.
Perhaps you should have a chat with your son if you're so concerned with who he pals around with, considering he's a grown man who still needs his mother's help. Me, on the other hand, I make my decisions for myself. That includes who I do and do not do business with. You know what? I think we should reach out to James.
After all the drama that happened inside?
Especially after all that. It's time to take the offensive.
Oh, I like that.
Seems like the war is on. First James, and now Alice. They are not going to leave any stone unturned to destroy each other. What's going to be Alice's next step? Will James be able to tackle Alice's next move? Will the children succeed in uniting their parents?
Hi, Alice here. If you are curious to know more about my story, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of First Love Never Dies Now.